And my whole life is, most of my life during basketball is not going as it planned. So just staying ready through the moment, no matter what it is. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. I told coach I'm gonna always be ready when my number's called, and there I was ready.
Zaire Wade is really staying ready at this point because the way he played in that game, man, I have to give it to him. He was doing his thing on the court. A lot of people think I'm a Zaire Wade hater with all the things that I've said in videos. But at the end of the day, he did his thing and he did have a good game. But what is going on with Zaire Wade, man? What is holding him back? A lot of people are not even peeping how well he's been playing in that most recent game that he just played. So let's break it down and get right into it. Now, of course, man, everyone has been critical of how Zaire Wade has been playing so far. He has not been averaging a lot of points, pretty much didn't get that many minutes when he did get on the court for this G League team. And a lot of people were wondering, man, is this dude even good? Should he even be on this team? But I think his most recent game is starting to show you that when he does get a little bit of playing time, he does good things when he does get on the court. Now, he actually had 12 points, 3 assists, and went 3 for 4 from the 3-point line. And his squad actually won, and pretty much his game contributed to that win. They won 95-92. And of course, this was off the bench with only 14 minutes played. Now, I gotta be honest, if you're only playing 14 minutes and putting up points like that, in my opinion, that's pretty good for a 19-year-old. I am not going to lie. But I definitely think this is one game that if he can continue to build on this, continue to play well, a lot of people are going to start looking at this dude a little bit differently than what he's looked at so far. Now, Dwayne Wade even reacted to this entire game and actually put up a post on his Instagram saying, "It's being in the gym next morning on your day off after going 3 of 13 from the field in your last game for me. Keeping that energy, Z Wade. Big city, bright lights. Go work, young DNA." You guys know his brand and whatever. But that's crazy. At the end of the day, his dad was co-signing him too. And some people have mixed feelings about this. Now, some people think his father is actually holding him back by giving him all of these opportunities because he's not really working for anything. Now, in my opinion, I gotta say, man, if I was in Zaire Wade's position or even D Wade's position, man, what type of father wouldn't want his kid to go and play in the G League and try to play in the NBA? And if you're a Zaire Wade, why wouldn't you take that opportunity? At the end of the day, it's a no-brainer. But I think partially when you do get these opportunities that are given to you, sometimes it can make you a little bit less resilient and a little bit less tough, in my opinion. But on the other hand, I think basketball is a unique game where you have to develop and work on your craft regardless of if you have people that have a big name in your family, if your father was in the NBA or not. You still have to have game when you come on the court. And that's the thing about basketball. Everyone has to work on their craft regardless. And even though Zaire Wade does have a lot of opportunities presented to him, if you have no game, you're not going anywhere in the game of basketball. And I think this is showing that people see something in Zaire Wade at least, because look how much he's scoring when he did finally get some playing time. Now, am I saying he's going to be a star going out here doing this many nights in a row, scoring a ton of points? I don't think I would go as far to say that, but I think this is something that definitely can be taken into account when people want to criticize his name and how well he's playing. And I know for a fact I've been super critical of his game. Now, for Zaire Wade, I think he has to earn his spot, and this is what he's doing. I think this is the process of him going through it. Sometimes you're not going to get playing time, you're not going to be the man on the squad, but when you do get into games, what do? Are you able to be aggressive, put the ball on the floor, do something, make something happen for your team? And I think in this game, this is clearly what happened. This dude was passing the ball pretty well, and he actually just looked pretty aggressive. I feel like he wasn't doing that much different, but it looked like things were just working. He was knocking down jump shots. He was just being aggressive and playing his game, that natural game that comes to him. And I think when he does finally start to get more minutes, because if you have one game where you get a couple more minutes, you play well, and the team wins, odds are you're going to start playing a little bit more. Maybe his name's going to get called a little bit more, being more in the playing time in the rotation. And that's really going to show us how solid this dude is, because again, people have not really seen him play for a minute now. It's been a very long time, and he's clearly doing something right on the court if he is scoring around 12 points, getting assists, rebounds, doing his thing with very limited minutes. Now, personally, I don't know if this was the best place for him to actually develop his game, because at the end of the day, like I always say, when you're in the G League, man, you are playing with selfish people. Everyone is trying to get out, and make it to the next level, no one's going to give you anything in the G League. And that's where you kind of have to have that grit, that tough mentality, and just be able to go out there and make things happen. And sometimes I don't always see that from Zaire Wade, but again, he's playing limited minutes, so it's kind of hard to judge his game and how he's been playing so far. But from this most recent game, it looks like things are finally taking a turn for the best for him. Now, if we just take a look at his overall stats, Zaire was averaging 3.4 points per game, 1.2 rebounds per game, and only shooting around 33% from the field goal. Again, but he's not playing that many minutes, which is kind of wild. And then some people are asking the question, can this dude actually make the NBA? Now, in my opinion, as of right now, definitely not. He's going to have to develop more. And that's why, low-key, I don't even think the G League is the best place for him, because he still needs that time to work on his game, really find out how good of a hooper he is, what his strengths are, and keep moving forward. But at the end of the day, I still think he's in a good position where, all right, you're in the G League, you got to make the most of your situation, and hopefully he can stay on this roster spot, man. But a lot of people were saying I was hating on him. But at the end of the day, you just obviously he was given this opportunity, and a lot of people are going to hate on it. Yes, it's nepotism, this and that. But at the end of the day, what are you going to do about it? He's the son of an NBA player. He's going to have to continue to keep working on his game, because at the end of the day, his father can get him in the door, but you have to have some type of game to stay on a squad. He recently had his first dunk in the G League, and it looks like things are moving in a positive direction. A lot of people on Twitter are even saying this dude is looking solid. After, again, man, I think it's only pretty much been hate for this dude, even in high school, not averaging too many points. Even at Sierra Canyon, of course, because he was only averaging around 4 points per game. A lot of people never thought this dude would make it this far. And personally, I was skeptical. I'm going to be honest here. I was definitely skeptical of how well he would play compared to other hoopers in his class, what they were doing. And at the end of the day, he's doing his thing. He's playing decently well. So I got to give it to him for this most recent game. Now, at some point, we're going to have to make the conclusion if he's actually ready or not to move forward, go to the next level. And is he really worth the hype? Because honestly, I think people know his name, but again, he was never ranked highly, even in high school, probably a 3-star recruit throughout high school at that. And at the end of the day, I think he just needs time to develop. Again, his father was a late type of hooper as well. It took him a little bit more time to develop and work on his game, but when he really got that spot, when he really got that spotlight, he was able to make things happen, and the rest is history for his pops. So hopefully he can follow in his footsteps. But man, we always talk about NBA players' sons. Again, the expectations are going to be super high, because who are you comparing them to? The Bronnies, the Zaires, a ton of these guys, they're getting compared to their fathers who had such good legacies. It's tough to really follow in that type of footsteps and really be as good as someone who really came behind you. So hopefully this dude can make it around, man. If you're still watching the video, like the video, sub to the channel. If you do like these type of topics, drop any video suggestions you do have in the comment section down below. Again, I will be taking a look at those. Make sure you comment. I'm going to try to respond to more comments. And what do you think? Is Zaire Wade actually good? Is he not good? What do you think about his most recent game? Again, it's always the same theme. This dude seems to be proving people wrong once again. But let me know. Make sure you like this video. I appreciate each and every one of you. Selling each and out.